So one of the first definitions I want to visit is actually the definition of a survival scenario. And it occurred to me on reading a vast majority of literature, people get straight into the survival aspects, the survival concepts, but never really took that step back and say, well, whoa, how do we actually define when we're aware that we're in a survival scenario? Now that might be very obvious, you know, in a mass catastrophe, a plane crash or a disaster, yeah, we can't dispute it, but there's a litany of accounts we appreciate where people actually failed to survive because the first thing they didn't do was acknowledge they were in a survival scenario. So if you give ourselves a definition of a survival event or key things that need to be present to highlight we may be experiencing a survival event, everything else can grow from there. And so what I've identified personally is 4 key things that need to be present for us to define something as saying we are in or potentially in a survival scenario. So those 4 things. First and foremost in my mind, there must be a threat to life or an imminent threat of harm. Secondly, we must have minimal equipment or resources. Third, there must be no immediate exit or escape. And fourth, it must be an unplanned event. If we took the first 3 things there, imminent threat to life, minimum or limited resources, and no immediate exit, we could just be doing a chosen sporting activity, whitewater kayaking, mountain climbing. Those all fit those criteria. It's the unplanned event that really moves it into a different category. So if we're in a relatively low scale incident, a lost in the woods type thing, these are the things we should refer back to say, hang on, do I need to adjust my mindset from a little bit lost to potentially I'm entering into a survival scenario?